Hi, my name is Herb Gross. Welcome to Rock Till You Drop TV. Rock Till You Drop is all about having fun. It's all about following your passion, following your dreams. And a major part of this television show is music. Do you remember the song Hot Rod Lincoln? I'll tell you, I remember it. It was a huge hit. And how about the band that played that? The name of the band was Commander Cody and his Lost Planet Airmen. Right now, you're going to get a chance to meet Commander Cody and find out what he's doing today. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce Commander Cody.
Howdy.
Now, Cody, what's your real name?
Oh, right. Well, my name is actually George Frayne, and the Commander Cody, I didn't make it up. It's from a movie, and it was Commando Cody. In the early 50s, a Republic serial called, actually it was Commander Cody this and that, but they made 3 movies out of it. Zombies from the Stratosphere, Radar Men from the Moon, and Lost Planet Airmen. I was sitting around with my lifeguard buddies from Jones Beach in New York, about 1967, knocking back some tequila like it was just invented, thinking of band names for my lifeguard band thing. And this guy comes up on the TV, and he's got 2 controls. He's got a black leather jack, rocket on the back, and this weird-looking helmet, and he's got 2 controls. One says up, down, the other says fast, slow. Puts it on up fast and takes off. I went, this is great. Well, the lifeguards didn't like it. So I put it aside when I went back to college, September of '67. I used it to rename our frat band, which was the Amblers, which is a perfect, like, folky 60s name, right? Well, we decided we're going to expand. Instead of just being a 4-piece, 5-piece frat band, we're going to have now fiddles, we're going to have steel guitars, we're going to have stand-up bass, we're going to have 3 or 4 singers, and it's going to be a country swing-based boogie outfit. We're going to call it Commander Cody's Lost Planet Airmen. Perfect sense, right?
Now, in 1972,
right,
Commander Cody and his Lost Planet Airmen come out with a hit record that launches right into the top 10 in the country.
Right, also began the destruction of the band at the same time.
Well, we'll talk about that in a minute, right? It's called Hot Rod Lincoln.
That's
Tell
right.
us about the song. Where'd it come from? What's it all about?
Yeah, it's both good and bad, because with 3 other lead singers in the group, then picking me, the only reason Hot Rod Lincoln was on the first album was because I did it, and we wanted to put something on there. The only reason I did a song in the first place is because I didn't think there was going to have to be a Commander Cody. I didn't think there was going to have to be. There's no Leonard Skinner. There's no Marshall Tucker. Why do I have to become Commander Cody? Well, the reason for that is number one, people were saying, well, who's the commander? And what does he do? But then the steel player decided that he wanted to be Commander Cody. So the rest of the band said, no, West Virginia Creeper cannot be Commander Cody. George, you have to be Commander Cody. So then, okay, I'm Commander Cody. What do I do now? Because I was just wanting to play piano and be in the background. And
so you didn't want to be Commander Cody?
No, I wanted to be able to band to be Commander Cody and his Lost Planet Airmen, and for me to play piano and get all the money and pay everybody and get all the girls.
Okay.
And so that didn't really work out. So I had to do something. So I figured out that there was a genre of fast-talking people, Phil Harris, Johnny Bond, and this guy Charlie Ryan, who did this Hot Rod Lincoln. Now, Hot Rod Lincoln is a fast-talking song, and I can do that. And so we just put it in. Well, it's Commander. Well, here he is. Let's bring the Commander up to do a song. And I would go up and do my one song. And then people seemed to like it. And then we put it on the album. And the first single we tried to put out was Lost in the Ozone, which is the title of our first album. And Billy C. wrote that, and Billy, our lead singer, sang it. But it flopped. And we got on the Billboard Top 100 for a week and fizzled out at like 90 or something like that. So Paramount Records knew this guy. Someplace in California, I think it's someplace that they sell garlic, whatever the garlic capital of California is. Anyway, that radio station down there started playing Hot Rod Lincoln. And the guy, Dino Barbas, I remember this especially, the disc jockey, later became a promo man at Warner Brothers. When he went off Paramount, he brought us to Warner Brothers, and of course that ruined everything. But Hot Rod Lincoln was picked as, and it got to be a hit. It was #1 in New York for 3 weeks.
It was huge.
It was huge. It was huge. And I don't even have a gold record because right after that, Paramount went out of business because they put all their money that they had made from me into Melanie. And then that just rocketed right off the charts. She had one big hit, and then she folded. Well, she was a one-hit wonder, whereas I was a regular band that had been working, and now people are dealing with me like I'm a one-hit wonder. So the guys in the band, they wanted, okay, we got to have one of us be on that next single. And that didn't happen either. So the Paramount Records country affiliate, Dot Records, put out "Smoke That Cigarette" first on Dot, and now we're wired into me as being the lead vocalist.
Now
well, that eventually broke up the band, and all those guys now have their own bands, and they've been going on ever since for the last 30 years. Don't forget that band broke up 30 years ago.
30 years ago.
Yeah, it was together for about almost 10 years, and then disintegrated because of well, really money. Our
problems over money.
Well, my manager, who was an old friend of mine, as opposed to some LA sweet-talking guy, was just an old buddy of mine, because I didn't trust anybody in LA, but I trusted my friends. Well, that was a big mistake, you know, and somehow $500,000 disappeared, and Hoyt Axton wrote a song about it for me called "Where Did the Money Go?" Hoyt Axton also wrote another song for me, and I didn't do it because I listened to my wife. It was called the "No No" song.
Let me tell you something about
you know the "No No" song? No, I don't do it. He sold it to Ringo, and it made $1 trillion. I could have, you know, we would be having this conversation in my Learjet right now if I had done this song.